Good afternoon, and thank you for attending Police Headquarters. My name is Constable Carolyn DeClute, and I'm here today to introduce Detective Sergeant Mike Carbone of the Homicide Squad. He will be updating the media on Homicide number 2 of 2017.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will be updating the media on Homicide number 2 for 2017. On Monday, January 23, 2017, at approximately 12:50 a.m., the Toronto Police Communications received a 911 call to attend the area of Islington Avenue and Milady Road with regards to a shooting. Emergency personnel arrived on scene, and the victim was transported to the hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. The victim of the shooting has been identified as Gill, 24 years, of Toronto. An autopsy was performed, and the cause of death was determined to be as a result of a gunshot wound. We now have learned that sometime around 12:15 a.m., the deceased was in the company of two females. At this time, the deceased and his two friends attended the Cameo Lounge nightclub located in the Steeles Avenue West and Weston Road area. When they entered the club, the deceased and his friends socialized with each other. During this time, it appears that the deceased became involved in some type of altercation with two male individuals, which prompted him to leave the establishment. They were in the club for approximately 30 minutes. The deceased and his friends left the club, and they entered a vehicle that was operated by one of the female friends. The deceased was seated in the back seat, and the friends were seated in the front. The vehicle traveled westbound on Steeles and then turned south onto Islington Avenue. When this vehicle approached Milady Road, persons from a dark-colored sedan commenced shooting at the deceased while both vehicles were moving. It appears that the deceased, who was seated in the back seat, was the only one targeted and the only one struck. No one else was injured. We now know that during the evening of Sunday, January 22nd, 2017, a rap artist known as Robin Banks was filming a video for one of his songs. We have learned that many of the people that were in attendance were there to watch or perform in the music video. I am appealing to anyone that was at the club that evening to contact us at the Homicide Squad. We have reviewed CCTV footage from within the establishment and have observed two male persons of interest that appear to have had some interaction with the deceased just prior to him leaving the club. I am appealing to anyone who knows or can identify these two males to contact me at the Toronto Police Homicide Squad. Anyone with any other information can also contact Crime Stoppers. Thank you.
Detective, you mentioned a vehicle that these people left in. Any description of that vehicle? Have you been able to determine anything like that?
Are you saying the vehicle that the deceased was in, or the unknown vehicle? Yes, at this point, the only description I could provide is a dark type of sedan. I'm hoping that this appeal will reach out to as many people as possible who may have seen this vehicle either on Steeles Avenue or southbound on Islington Avenue.
Does the surveillance video show these two persons of interest in any sort of altercation with the victim?
I can say that the altercation does not appear to be physical. However, you can observe some type of interaction between the deceased and these two individuals.
It's taken quite some time for you to get to this point. Maybe can you elaborate on that?
Yes, these investigations, as everyone knows, are not easy. We take our time, and we release surveillance video when it is appropriate to do so. At this point, we felt it necessary or important to release these images in an effort to try and identify these two persons, and you know, we can hopefully, by identifying these two people, we can move the investigation along.
Was there any cooperation at the club prior to this appeal?
I can say that the club was cooperating. Obviously, we're able to obtain the CCTV footage. Certainly, my appeal here today is to reach out to the people who were in the nightclub. We know that there was a filming of this this video in that establishment. We know there were more people in there that we'd like to speak to, and if they see this today, I invite them to contact me at the Homicide Squad, or if they have any information that they want to pass along to Crime Stoppers, they can do so as well.
Okay. For those who may not know the area at all, maybe describe the area for us. Is it a residential area? Is it industrial? Just for those who don't know.
Right. It's on the north side of Steeles Avenue West, and the major intersection is closer to Weston Road. It is not a residential area, it's more of a industrial area, and it's actually set back north of Steeles Avenue West, and the closest major intersection I would like to say is Weston Road.
So there's possibly vehicle traffic that would be going through there, not necessarily a lot of pedestrians, but a lot of vehicle traffic, correct?
Absolutely correct. So our appeal again today is to anyone who was in the club or may have been on Steeles Avenue West or Islington that evening.
The two friends of the victim that were in the car with him in the front seat, were they able to provide you with any sort of description or encounter of what happened?
I'm not getting into exactly what they told us. However, I can say we've spoken to them, and we're certainly working on the information they provide us.
They're cooperating.
Yes. Okay, folks. Thank you.